What's up, everybody? This is Tech G back with another video. And in this video, I'm going to be explaining to you exactly what a cybersecurity incident responder is in case this is what you want to do with your professional career. So let's get into it. Imagine you're sitting at your desk on a regular Tuesday morning, sipping your coffee, when suddenly the company's systems start acting all crazy. Files are disappearing, the website is down, and people's inboxes are blowing up with phishing emails. That's when the cybersecurity incident responders get the call. So think of them as digital firefighters of the tech world. So when a cyber attack happens, whether it's a ransomware outbreak, a phishing scam, or a full-on data breach, incident responders are the ones who run towards the flames, not away from them. They investigate the attack, stop it in its tracks, clean up the mess, and figure out how to keep it from happening again. And here's the kicker. These pros are in huge demand right now, which means high salaries, job security, and a clear path for those willing to develop the right skills. So in this video, I'm going to break down exactly what a cybersecurity incident responder is and what they do, how to become one, even if you're new to tech, what type of money you can expect to earn, and some tips to stand out in this competitive but rewarding field. So with all that being said, let's go. All right, so exactly what is a cybersecurity incident responder? So at its core, a cybersecurity incident responder, this is a specialized IT security professional whose job is to detect, investigate, and respond to security threats. They're the people who get the emergency call when something suspicious or downright dangerous is happening in a network or a system. And their key responsibilities are as follows, and this can vary from organization to organization, but this is what they typically do. They monitor and detect threats. So basically, they keep an eye on security monitoring systems like SIEM, which is security information and event management systems, intrusion detection systems, and endpoint security software to spot anomalies or suspicious activity. They investigate security alerts. So when an alert goes off, they dig in to see if it's a false alarm or a real threat. And this involves checking logs, reviewing network traffic, and sometimes even reverse engineering malware. They contain the incident. So if there's an actual cyber attack happening, their first priority is to stop the bleeding, cutting off attacker access, isolating affected systems, and preventing the spread. They eradicate the threat. So once contained, they work on removing the malware, patching vulnerabilities, and making sure the bad guys cannot get back in. They do recovery and restoration. So they help bring systems back online, restore backups, and ensure everything is running smoothly again. They do post-incident reporting. So this is where they document what happened, how it happened, and what could be done to prevent it in the future. And this often goes into a formal after-action report. And also, they improve security posture. So beyond handling emergencies, incident responders help strengthen an organization's defenses so that future attacks are less likely. So exactly why is their role so important? Well, here's the reality. Cyber attacks are not an if event anymore. They're a when type of event. So from small businesses to huge government agencies, no one is immune. A quick, skilled responder can mean the difference between a small disruption and a multi-million-dollar disaster. The incident responders, they are the ones who protect the company's data, reputation, and bottom line when the worst happens. That's why they're considered essential hires in almost every industry. All right, so let's talk about the day in the life of an incident responder. Now, every day is different, but we're going to walk through a fictional yet realistic scenario of what you might find yourself doing. So at about 8 o'clock in the morning, you're going to start monitoring. So you're going to start your shift reviewing overnight logs from your SIEM tool. You're probably going to notice a spike in failed login attempts from an overseas IP address. And you're going to flag it and investigate it further. Around 10:15 a.m., you're going to get some type of alert. So an endpoint detection system is going to send an alert that one of the company's laptops is making connections to a known malicious domain, and you're going to immediately start containment, disconnecting the laptop from the network. Around 11 o'clock in the morning, you're going to start investigating. So you're going to pull forensic data from the affected device, identify the malware strain, and trace its entry point back to a phishing email. Around 1 p.m. is going to be containment and eradication. So you're going to quarantine the affected machine, run malware removal scripts, and block the malicious domain across the network. Around 3:30 p.m. is going to be recovery. So you're going to restore the employee's files from a clean backup and re-image the device to be sure it's clean. Then around 4:30 p.m., you're going to do post-incident review. So you're going to document your findings, share them with management, and recommend security awareness training to reduce phishing risk in the future. So in short, This is part detective work, part hands-on tech repair, and part security strategy. All right, so let's talk about how to become a cybersecurity incident responder. So here's the good news. You don't have to already be a cybersecurity wizard to start down this path. Many incident responders started in help desk, IT support, or network administration before specializing in security. So for those of y'all that want to go down this path, the first thing you want to do is you want to build a solid IT foundation. So before you can respond to incidents, you need to understand how systems and networks work. You need to learn networking fundamentals where you understand TCP/IP, DNS, firewalls, routing, and switching. You need to understand operating systems like Windows, Linux, Mac, and how to secure all of them. And you need to get comfortable with IT tools that deal with log analysis, command line, and scripting. And here are some certifications that you should start to get. You want to go ahead and get your CompTIA A plus because this is great for general IT support knowledge. And you also want to get your CompTIA Network Plus because this covers essential networking concepts. After you do all of that, the next thing you want to do is learn cybersecurity basics. So once you've gotten the IT basics down, you want to move into security specific knowledge, and some certifications you want to focus on are the CompTIA Security Plus, which is an industry standard entry-level cybersecurity certification. You also might want to consider getting the CEH or the Certified Ethical Hacker. And this basically teaches you how attackers go out there and conduct their attacks and how to defend against them. And you also might want to consider getting the CompTIA CYSA or the Cybersecurity Analyst. And this focuses on threat detection and incident response. All right, so after you do all of that, next thing you want to do is specialize in incident response. So after you've got a solid base in cybersecurity, focus on incident response skills. And the topics you want to learn are digital forensics, malware analysis. You want to learn about some SIEM tools like Splunk. You want to learn about incident handling procedures, and you want to learn about threat hunting. You can also get some advanced certifications like the GIAC Certified Incident Handler, which is respected in the incident responder field. Or you have the GIAC Certified Forensic Analysis, and this is for deep forensic analysis skills. And then after you do all of that, you want to go out there and get some hands-on experience because certifications are great, but you're going to need some real-world practice. And ways to gain experience include the following. You can participate in cyber ranges and simulated incident labs. You can volunteer for security-related tasks at your current job. You can join open source security projects, or you could try platforms like TryHackMe, Hack the Box, and cybersecurity labs. And then you want to go out there and start applying for entry-level security roles. Some common stepping stone jobs include a SOC analyst or a security operations center analyst, a junior incident responder, an IT security specialist, or a network security analyst. And from there, you can work your way up to a full incident responder or even incident response team lead. All right, so let's talk about the skills that every incident responder needs. So while technical knowledge is critical, soft skills matter just as much in these high pressure roles. But when it comes to the technical skills, you need to know about log analysis, malware detection and removal, network traffic analysis, endpoint security tools. And you also need to learn some scripting languages like Python, PowerShell, or Bash. When it comes to the soft skills, you need to be able to remain calm under pressure because incidents can get chaotic. So you need to stay focused. You need to develop analytical thinking to where you can connect the dots from scattered data points. You need to be able to have clear communication because you're often going to have to explain technical details to non-technical people. And you need to be able to work with a team because you're going to be working closely with other IT security and business teams. All right, so let's get to the most important slide here, and that is how much money do these people make? So while pay depends on experience, location, and the size of a company, incident responders are among the higher paid cybersecurity roles. So for an entry-level position as an incident responder, you're looking at about $60,000 to $85,000. And this is typically a SOC analyst or a junior incident response position. Once you hit mid-level, that's going to take you about 3 to 5 years. You might be making anywhere between $85,000 to $110,000 a year. And you're going to have more autonomy. You're going to be doing complex investigations. And sometimes you're going to be mentoring junior staff. Once you hit senior level, that can take you about 5+ years. You're looking at about $110,000 to $150,000 per year. And you are often in leadership or specialized forensic roles. And here are some of the factors that can affect your salary. So the first one is location. So big cities and tech hubs like New York City, San Francisco, and DC, they often pay more money. When it comes to certifications, advanced certifications like GCIH or GCFA, they can push your salary higher. The industry you work in is another factor. So finance, healthcare, and government, they tend to pay more for security talent. And then there's clearances. So if you have a security clearance, like in government contracting, that can add possibly $10,000 to $20,000 more to your salary. All right, so let's talk about the pros and cons of becoming a cybersecurity incident responder. So, like any career, there are trade offs. And when it comes to the pros are it is a very high demand job. So, companies are desperate for skilled incident responders. They come with strong salaries. Even at the entry level, the pay is competitive. It offers exciting work because no 2 days are the same and you're always learning. And you make a direct impact because you are directly protecting people and organizations from harm. When it comes to the cons, you can find yourself in stressful situations because incidents can get intense and high pressure. You might find yourself working at odd hours because cyber attacks do not wait for your shift to start. So you might work nights and weekends. And you're also going to be constantly learning because threats evolve. So you have to keep your skills sharp. All right, so let's talk about how you can stand out when applying for one of these jobs. So, if you want to beat out other candidates, here's how you can set yourself apart. First, you want to go out there and showcase some hands on projects, and this can include home labs or cyber range experience on your resume. You want to build up a portfolio, so share write ups of mock incident reports or malware analysis. You want to network in the security community, so you want to attend cybersecurity conferences, join LinkedIn groups, or participate in capture the flag competitions. You want to highlight your calmness under pressure because employers, they value composure in crisis situations. All right, so let me go ahead and wrap all this up. Is this career right for you? Well, if you enjoy solving puzzles, if you can think clearly during high pressure situations, if you love learning about new threats and defenses, and if you want a career with high demand, good pay, and room to grow, then becoming a cybersecurity incident responder might be your perfect match because this role blends technical expertise, investigative skills, and the adrenaline of emergency response, all while offering solid job security and financial rewards. Now, why is all of this? Well, because cyber threats are not going away. In fact, they're only getting more complex. That means companies will continue to invest heavily in incident response talent. So whether you're just starting your IT journey or looking to specialize, there's never been a better time to step into this role.